Hello, fellow gamers, and welcome to the Video Gamers Podcast. There's millions of games in the world, and we have the ability to be infinitely distracted. And yet, no matter how many games are out there, we all tend to fall back to certain games over and over again. Today, we're going to be confessing the games we just keep going back to. But first, some introductions are in order. I am your host, Josh, and joining me, if I was a betting man, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Diablo 2 is probably on his list. It's Ryan. Oh, Ryan being on mute. Oh, is this how we're starting the show?
No! Dang it!
Oh, that's staying in. That's staying in.
You know,
Ryan
I was trying to be considerate.
Too.
I was laying into it, and I was trying to be considerate. I was drinking my drink while you were doing your startup or your lead-in, and I muted it, and then I forgot.
I want to know what you said now, but the world will never know.
You'll
never know.
How will they know?
Ryan was going off on something there. So,
well, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, we have video, so you can try to interpret what I said if you are a lip reader. So
I was going to say we need a lip reader to decipher. It was probably something like, Josh, I love your intros. Thanks for being such an awesome host, and I love playing games, and thanks for carrying Ace and I in Battlefield. And that's what I heard anyway.
Close enough. Close enough.
And joining us, you can call me Nostradamus because I'm predicting Dead by Daylight is near the top of his list. It's Ace.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, he's learning.
You might be correct.
Oh man, there's a whole bunch. Oh my god!
I couldn't resist, audience. I couldn't. I did it.
The most trolling I have seen in the first part of an episode. Ryan's pretending to be muted now. Well, welcome into the Video Gamers Podcast, everybody. This is what we do, man. We are three friends who just love chatting games and being idiots, man, like friends usually are. So thanks for joining us today. Guys, this is... I don't know how I feel about this episode.
I'm excited. I like it, dude.
I like it, but it's also like I feel like I'm confessing like some of these games that I probably shouldn't be playing. And at the same time, I would like to point out that I have 4 games on my list. We'll probably only get to 3, but I have rage quit and rage uninstalled 3 of these games. And yet I keep going back to them over and over again. I don't know what it is. So yeah, that's where we're at, guys. We're going to be talking about the games that we just can't stay away from. The ones that for whatever reason we just keep going back to over and over again. Does this like make you guys feel like you have a problem, or is this like a no wait, man, this game's so awesome? Yeah. Like of course I'm gonna keep going back to
the latter, dude. This is when you really? Find something. Okay. Yeah, when you find something that's good like that. Heck yeah, man. You just you know. Sometimes you go if you have that love-hate relationship and it's not just all love, like you just hit him with that, why can't I quit you? You know, but
I mean, that was kind of what my brain was going towards is like, why can't I stop playing these games?
That's fair. Some of these are like your toxic ex. You keep going back to.
Oh man. Look, we've all got it though, man. I like, this is every gamer in the world, man. You know, whether you are a gamer ADD guy like I am, where it's like, I can't stick with a game for more than, 10, 20 hours at most. To somebody like Ryan who has 1,700 hours in Destiny, to where it's like some people just they find what they like, they play what they like, and they're fine with that, and that's okay too, But I feel like no matter what, every gamer out there has their kind of just comfort games, and that doesn't mean cozy. Let's not confuse the two. To where it's like, this is just what I fall back to, man. When I don't have any friends on to play multiplayer games with, and there's no like awesome new game release, it's like, I'm going to go back and I'm just going to put more time into this game that I've probably sunk way too many hours into in the first place. So That's interesting, man, because like I'm looking at the games on my list and these are fantastic games, but I don't know why I have like a certain amount of like, why do I keep playing these to them at the same time?
You can't quit it, man. You're just
I don't know why.
I just can't
one of
quit
those,
you, baby.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like I know for me personally, like I like what I like. I may or may not tend to have a very addictive personality, and if it gives me that dopamine boost and I get that hit and it just makes me feel good and I'm comfortable with it, like I'm going to keep coming back until I don't get that anymore. And these certain games just always deliver. They may not be the best in the world. They may not be everybody's cup of tea, but for me, like they always deliver what I'm looking for, especially if I'm just, looking for something to play and I have nothing else.
Yeah, you've talked about like having games you don't want to really think while you're playing them. That's what like Crutch games are for me. They're the games I know so well. I don't have to think about a thing while I'm playing them. I could just jump in and enjoy it.
I think that's a good term, the crutch, right? Because it's like this is what limps me through those kind of gaming doldrums, right? Where it's like we're in between good game releases or nothing is fitting the bill and just I'm not interested in anything. My hype meter is dead, right? Like I don't have any hype for a game that's coming out. So it's like, okay, well, now I'm in this lull and I've got these gaming crutches. I think that's a good way to put it, Ace.
Yeah.
So, well, Ace, why don't you start us off here? I'm curious. I tried to kind of pin a game for each of you. I'm curious if these are on your list because I have a feeling they are, but I could be wrong. So Ace, why don't you start us off? What is your first game?
I hate to give you the satisfaction, but it is absolutely Dead by Daylight. Every time I think I'm done with Dead by Daylight, I find myself back in the fog, man. It's just
what is it? Okay, so I'm curious because we played Dead by Daylight. We did a deep dive on Dead by Daylight way back in the day. I mean, I think it was like 5 years ago, I think. Yeah, because I remember it was me, Todd, and Paul at the time. I think we did a deep dive on
That's
it.
unreleased then.
Yeah, maybe it is unreleased.
I did not see that.
But I actually have experience playing Dead by Daylight, and I probably put in, I'll say 5 hours, right? I mean, we played a dozen rounds of Dead by Daylight, and I can appreciate what it is, but at the same time, I fail to understand like the longevity to it for my brain, and that's not anything against the game. So what is it about Dead by Daylight that keeps you returning to it over and over again?
Well, there's so much customization and variety within Dead by Daylight where no two games feel the same, honestly. You've got all these perks. You've like over 100 perks in the game that do different things that you could mix and match to make your own builds. Like I specifically, to no one's surprise, I run a support build in Dead by Daylight that lets me heal faster if I'm like in chase or if I've been in the killer's aura for long enough. But I'll also maybe run a build that like lets me see the auras of things around me so I'm more aware, because newsflash audience, I am not the most self-aware individual when playing a game. I get a little
we played Battlefield 6 with you.
Yeah, I get a little focused on one target and I forget what I'm doing.
The guy, he's right there. Where? Right there, Ace.
Yeah, that did happen a lot.
The guy that's shooting us. Oh, you mean that guy?
The lens flare. But yeah, like, and Dead by Daylight has like a variety of different killers with different powers, and they all play differently. So like, there's just variety in that game, as well as I've spent a ridiculous amount of money on the cosmetics, so I'm gonna darn well use it.
At least you played this one though.
I do. Oh my gosh, I think I have like over 500 hours in Dead by Daylight.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and
I mean that's kind of the thing too. Is like, dude, these are going to wind up being some of our most played games, because again, you just keep falling back to them. I think variety is really important, Ace. Like I said, Dead by Daylight is an interesting game. I like the idea of the asymmetrical horror games. It's not a genre that keeps my attention for very long. Cause again, I kind of feel like everybody just wants to be the monster, or the hunter or whatever. You don't want to be the survivors because it's like, well, that's just the normal thing. But I can absolutely appreciate the every round feels like it's unique. You're going to get people that play the killer differently. You're going to have different teammates. Some of them you're going to instantly vibe with. Other ones, maybe not so much, that kind of thing. But it's like, each run feels like it's a unique run and it keeps you going back and time and time again.
Plus, you get that that adrenaline from being chased for an hour, and then when you escape, you just feel so accomplished. Like, I did it, I survived,
I survived,
I made it.
How long do those matches typically last?
I can go like 15, 20 minutes if at the longest, but like I've gotten out in 7 minutes.
That's cool too, because it's also one thing I think with a lot of people's crutch games or comfort games like this where you only have 15, 20 minutes and you're like, what can I play? And like that's something that you can always go back to. Like, worst case you have like a 25-minute match or whatever. But yeah, it's nice to have that timely game as well that doesn't, you don't have to sink in 2 hours to do anything, or an hour or something like that. So that's a cool benefit as well.
And the customs matches are also really fun to get a group together and just play together too. So there's that too.
This is Ryan, you bring up a really interesting point, dude, because every game on my list is short, consumable rounds of these games. And so it's like,
we know what your list is, dude.
Oh yeah, I think we do.
You guys
you know what your list is.
You know what my list is.
We're already we're chatting over in the side.
Yeah,
buddy.
we are.
It's dang it. So, whatever. You guys are predictable too. I called out your games, So, but it actually does make me wonder, is this because of where we're at in life we're older, we have jobs, we have families, that kind of thing. And so these easily consumable rounds fit into that? Or is it that when you think about crutch games and you think about these comfort games, that it's like, I fall back to these because, again, I don't have to think about them very much. I don't have to spend 30 minutes getting invested into this storyline. Like, I'm sure like Skyrim is a comfort game for a lot of people, right? But it's like, but it takes a little while to kind of get back into the quest that you were on, or, the mission that you were working on, or the achievement that you would have been working on, or something like that. So it does make me wonder, is this like, our crutch games by default these easily consumable ones, or are there people that go, bro, Witcher 3 is my comfort game because I just want to live in that world, even though it's not a super easily digestible play session at the same time?
I think it's mostly those shorter play session games, but I do have a game similar to The Witcher 3 on my list for crutch games as well. So,
all right. Well, now I'm curious. But Ryan, hit us, buddy. What you got?
Well, you basically called it right there for me, with games that aren't those quick digestible ones. And it's Skyrim, dude.
Yeah.
I can't, not only have I played a bajillion hours, I've bought the dang game a bajillion times. And this is the one that I always, if it's like, it's rarely cloudy and rainy in Arizona. And when it's cloudy and rainy, I'm like, oh, I got to play Skyrim. Like, this is
6 days a year.
This is Skyrim weather here, I got off early and I'm like, oh, I got some Skyrim time, and I can go in. The amount of times I've restarted characters, replayed things, like, it's just one of those games where no matter what, I always go. Sometimes I'll have same experiences and stuff, but I still, every time I find something unique. And with the ability to have all the mods you can have now and everything you can do with the world of Skyrim, it's just one of those that something about it just sits so well with me, and it makes me have the warm and fuzzies, and I feel I just feel good playing it, even if I'm not doing anything amazing. Just playing the game, exploring the world, makes me feel at peace almost, So it's just that fallback every single time. If I have nothing to play, I'll just run around Skyrim, and that's what the
Is it the world that draws you back over and over again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
no, it's having the ability to just cruise through the forest, and a giant grizzly bear comes chasing after me, and I'm like, oh crap, and I gotta run, and or just exploring this cave, or seeing if I can just spam jump up the mountain to get up to this area because I don't feel like going around to the trail. And just the thing is, I've played it so long and so much that there's not a lot of, and this may sound crazy, but there's not a lot of weight to anything. There's not panic, or I'm not worried about beating a mission. I've beat them all 100 times. So I can just go in there, and it's almost just like kind of an explorer sim. Like, I just wander around, beat stuff, expand my guy, get new characters, get new spells, new weapons, whatever it may be. But I just know the game inside and out, and I'm able to just play it at my leisure and have fun, and there's no stress, so I can just kick back, play the game, have a good time.
I have to wonder at what point, like, does somebody put enough time into a game that it just kind of naturally becomes comfortable? Because it's like, I don't want to call it the sunk cost thing, but it's like, when we have put enough time into a game, you have that certain level of just natural comfort by fact that you know all the mechanics, you know what you're doing. There's not that, discovery necessarily that is coming into play so much as just I know exactly what this experience is going to be. And that's why I keep going back to it over and over again.
It's the same way, like you have your favorite restaurants.
Yeah,
like you
right.
know,
you know what to expect.
You know what to expect. It's awesome to try new places, but if you don't go out a lot and you want to have a meal, like you go to the same spots because I'll get this, I'll order this, and I like it, and it'll make me happy, and transaction complete. Like there you go.
But then you occasionally order something different off the menu, and then you're like, why did I do that? I should have just gotten my favorite dish, man.
Dude, why are you watching me? That's me every time we order Chinese. Dude. I'm like, I want something different, and I'm always looking for like half an hour, and Sarah's like, dude, come on, just pick what you're gonna pick. We know you always go back to the same thing, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try this, and then I was like, oh, I shouldn't have ordered that. That was not that good, I'm always trying to change it up, but yeah, man. Skyrim.
Skyrim's a great pick, man. Honestly,
thank you.
I have not played a ton of Skyrim, but I could definitely see like getting so comfortable in that world just because how expansive and interesting it is.
Dude, I forget the name of the town, but it's in like the northwest part of the map. But it's just there's like a huge waterfall and river that runs through, and then there you have Winterhold where there's snow, and then you have these other areas that are just beautiful. You can kind of see all the seasons of the year. You can explore like mountains and tombs and underground. There's a lot to behold like within that world. So yeah, that's the one for me.
Well, as no surprise to anybody, Hearthstone.
We call it.
Is mine. And you know what? I'm not ashamed anymore, guys. I hid this from people for a while, but now there's a certain freedom to just coming out and saying, hey, man, I play this game all the time. And while I hate this game at times, it is absolutely my number one fallback game. So much so that it's funny because like, I love playing a round of Hearthstone. It is sometimes, hey, there's nothing going on. I eat at my desk, that kind of thing. And I'll just pop up Hearthstone. And it's funny because now it's to the point where my wife is like, oh, you must not have any friends that are online because you're playing Hearthstone again. And I'm like, I like this game. It's not like, and she thinks I only play it if I'm bored.
Yeah.
But it's like, because she, like, I don't think she understands, like, this is my comfort game, man.
Yeah.
This is the game that I don't have to think about. It's got enough variety to it. It's competitive, so it keeps me interested. I like the kind of idea of trying out these different builds. As much as I hate RNG sometimes, I also can admit that sometimes the RNG, the cards, makes it where I'm like, oh, I just got so lucky to get these cards all paired together and things like that. The rounds, the one downside is the round, I play Battlegrounds almost exclusively, but the rounds can take, if you do well, take up to like 30 to 40 minutes if you make it to like the final 2 or something like that. But yeah, I have rage uninstalled this game. I have cussed this game. I have done, but it's like when I need that just comfort to fall back on, I don't have to think about it. Most of the time when I'm playing Hearthstone, I'm doing something else, whether it's work on the side or like, just browsing the internet or social media or something, because you have this time in between rounds that lends itself to, I can have the fun of playing this game and yet I can be doing something else at the same time. To kind of keep me distracted. I don't know what it is, but that is my number one. Like, honestly, I've been playing Hearthstone forever, and as I did uninstall it for like a year, and then I went back to it, and I'm so back into it again that it's just like, okay, listen, you guys are laughing at me, and I see the screenshot that you guys sent where you're like, Josh is going to pick Hearthstone.
Like 15 minutes ago, we did a screenshot of Hearthstone.
And it's like, but like, this is why I started the episode kind of going like, think there's something wrong with me, man. Like,
I feel like you went through all the stages of grief with Hearthstone.
I think that's it.
And now you finally
but I'm
reached
back around now.
Yeah, you've reached acceptance, which is now reset
and listen, if you guys have any like smarts at all, you will wager that in another 3 months I will be cussing Hearthstone and say this is the stupidest game I've ever played. You know, and then the cycle. It's the circle of life, man.
Do you think that it's the ability to play like mostly quicker matches that is nice, or you can hop on, it's comfortable, you can hop into a game and like play
I think the thing with Hearthstone primarily for me, because again, if you do well in Battlegrounds, it's like a 40-minute match.
Yeah, that's a big time commitment.
It is, but it's just the fact that I can do other stuff. So it's like my brain gets to play a game. So it's like I'm relaxing and playing a game. But at the same time, it's like because it's slow paced, I can actually get things done at the same time. So I think that's why it lends itself for me to be that kind of top option, to where it's like, oh, I have to answer some emails. Oh, I want to work on the podcast. Oh, I need to do this, or, you know, that kind of thing, to where it's like I can get things done and yet play this game at the same time kind of thing. So I think that might be why I tend to default to that just instantly. But like, it's just the game. I'll kick back. I'll put my feet up on the desk. Like I can just play it. I don't know.
Now, fair enough.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, see, this just proves that we all know each other so well.
Yeah, we do.
And if you guys had to guess what we're about to do right now, what would you guess that is?
Oh, I bet
we'll be right back.
Yes. We're taking an ad break, people. We'll be back in just a second. All right, we're back. We're talking Crutch games here, comfort games. Ace has Dead by Daylight so far. Ryan has Skyrim, and I have Hearthstone. All right, guys, let's pick this up just a little bit because we got to cover a few of these. Ace, what's up next for you?
All right, next up for me, to no one's surprise, despite you both abandoning me here, is Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals is absolutely my Crutch game right now.
Hold on, I want to ask a question. Josh, do you still have Rivals installed?
I do not.
Oh!
I do not. Uninstalled it. I haven't played it in over a month.
Yeah.
Dude, the fact that it stayed on my desktop for that long when I haven't played it for that long is a testament to Rivals. I'm not saying that I won't ever play it again, but also my next Crutch game might be the reason why I'm not playing Rivals anymore either. So.
What character would Rivals have to add to make you come back and check it out?
Ooh, man, I would say probably Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer? I figured you'd say Gambit.
Silver Surfer would get me back, dude. I was gonna say Nightcrawler. That was the other one that I was kind of going towards, is like Nightcrawler, because that little like ability to teleport and stuff would be neat. Gambit would be a close one, but I don't know that Gambit would be enough to bring me back. But if it was like, hey, Silver Surfers and Rivals, I would be reinstalling and being like, I'm back.
I would 1 million. It's still installed for me, and I played a match, the first match in a while, believe it or not, the other day. I was like, it was, same exact scenario we're talking about, where I had not a lot of time, wanted to play something. I'm like, I'll check a match of Rivals, and I played it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's why I don't play anymore. Like, we won. I was like 15-5 or something, whatever. It was an okay match, but like, it's just, man. I'll tell you what though, if they had Gambit, like, I learned to throw playing cards because of Gambit. He was like one of my favorite X-Men ever. So
they don't have to add anyone for me, but if they had Daredevil, I'll be there forever.
Daredevil? He can't even see.
That's what makes him cool.
Dude, I would love nothing more than you click into Daredevil and it's just a black screen. Like, it's just like, and that's it. And you're like, wow, the realism for this guy is great.
This is authentic. Look at this.
I think I hear Captain America around the corner.
Yeah. Oh, Rivals is good. A hero
That's
shooter
a good pick, yeah.
is like one of those easy to fall back on, because again, you've always got something to practice. You're trying to get better with people. Every match is unique.
And I still have like other groups to play it with too. So it's not like I'm always alone, but I am usually playing solo.
Yeah.
But I mean, like 6 months ago, I probably would have put that on my list. Like, having the ability to just hop into like you're not playing a comp match, You just go play a quick match, and you're in and out in 15, 20 minutes if you need to be, or you can sit for an hour, play a few till you're done and miserable, and then you can go about your day. But no, it's still installed for a reason, because it's the what if. What if I want to play it again, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Ryan, what's up next on your list?
Well, I didn't get a chance to respond in the intro because I was muted, but it's got to be Diablo 2, man. That is the ultimate game for me. That just it no matter what, I don't know, especially the fact that they did Diablo D2R, where they kind of redid this and you have all the rune words, so there's a lot of new stuff you can do. You're able to hop on and just do bail runs or anything, you know. It's just, there's so many options, and it's so comforting, and no matter what, you can always just start a new character, and it's comfortable, and it's one of those games that I always fall back to. I love it, man. Diablo is the best.
The action RPG genre is really conducive to that. Very easy to get into and start just playing, very easy to get out of, and, you know, just pick up and then put it down. Like you said, play for 15 minutes and do a run, get a little bit of loot, or play for 2 hours if you've got time. But I think it's one of those that lends itself to the very simple to get into and just play. And again, you can kind of tune out to a degree, unless you're doing like hardcore runs or something where it's like, hey, I'm just clicking and just slaughtering everything. Titan Quest 2, we talked about it recently. That's going to be one of those ones that will wind up like that for me, where it's like I can just jump in and play.
Or you can be like me and tune out while you're doing hardcore runs and then die.
Yeah. And then die
with like a 78 Sork, and then you're like, oh, I just wasted 40 hours. Yeah.
And then Ryan just goes, oh,
I hate this game.
Well, I'll restart a new character.
I kind of alluded to this next one, Overwatch.
Knew it.
Yeah,
called that one. I called that one.
We called it.
I know you guys did. I'm predictable. If
we got a
nothing
list,
else,
buddy.
guys,
We know.
You know. All right, I'm very curious if you know my next one though. I love hero shooters. You know, it's Overwatch, then it went Rivals. I'm back to Overwatch primarily because my daughter plays, and it's the one game that we can play together because she really just loves Overwatch more than anything. And it's comfort for me. I know all the characters. There are still characters I'm like, I should try to get better with this guy, you know, or something like that. But it's easy. I jump in, we play 3-4 matches. I jump out. It's great. I'll uninstall it. I'll rage quit because my teammates are stupid, you know, but at least I have one good teammate and my daughter at this point, you know. It's a weird cycle for me, but yeah, Overwatch is just that comfort for me where it's like, I know this game inside now. I know the maps. I know the characters. I don't have to invest a lot of mental energy into it, even though I want to be good and do well. But
you're just giving us a bunch of baloney, dude. We all know you like to play it because you're good at it. And then it makes you feel good, and you're like, dude, I'm pretty good at this game.
Dude, here for any older gamers, this is the kicker, dude. My daughter smokes me, dude.
Yeah.
She is approaching master level. She is 2 ranks away from master. She's diamond 2 right now. She is better than I ever
She's
was
healer, right?
Overwatch. She plays healer, dude.
Heals.
And she is insane, dude. And it's like, so like, I used to be good at Overwatch, but like now I'm playing at like people that are at her level. And I'm the anchor. I'm the anchor for the team, and I don't like it.
How's it feel?
Oh man, I like,
Dad,
dude,
you're kind of holding this back,
dude. I am not joking. The other day, dude, and this was like, and I started to argue, and then I was like, dang it, she's right. Maybe I pushed up a little too far. I was trying to get the team to kind of push, and they weren't. Yeah. And she called me out, and she literally was like, "Dad, you need to quit pushing up." And then I was like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, okay.
Like, she's telling me how to be good, and I don't know that I like this, man. But I'm the anchor, guys.
How badly did you get stomped that first week back from Rivals into Overwatch?
Pretty bad, dude. but again, it's
game,
because
man.
I'm playing with my daughter who is almost master level.
Yeah.
And I know that it tries to balance the teams.
You're playing with all the sweats.
I'm out of my league here, boys.
You're in trouble, man.
So now it's like, I'm apologizing to her. I'm like, hey, I'm really sorry. I know my KD wasn't that great this round, and I probably shouldn't have like tried to pursue that healer and get the pick. And
dude, man. She's made it when she tells you to uninstall. I pray for that day, dude. Brother.
Oh man, it's
Dad,
definitely
uninstall. Like we're not playing anymore.
She's a very sweet gamer. She's always like complimenting people. So she is the opposite of me in that regard, thankfully. Oh man. All right. I got it out there, boys. I'm sorry. Sorry to
we forgive you.
We
Dude.
forgive you, man.
Overwatch teammates, and this has been cathartic, guys. I feel like stuff's coming out.
We're in the trust tree here, man. This is...
Gosh. All right, Ace, real quick. What's your third one here?
You will never guess it in a million years, but one of my comfort games I love to go back to like all the time. If I'm feeling like I can't find something I want to play, dude, I'll pop in Bloodborne. I'll go sit on my couch and I'll go play Bloodborne.
Really?
Really?
Okay, I never would have guessed that. That seems like a weird Crutch.
He's a
game to
masochist.
go back
All right.
to. Yeah.
I mean, dude, once you get into the flow of Bloodborne's combat, where it's like knowing how much stamina you can use, to get the perfect combo, and then when the enemy is about to strike, to counter him with the gun at the last second and get the visceral attack, feels so good, man. Like and I know Bloodborne like front to back at this point too, so I can get through the game in like 20 hours. It's like it takes no time.
It seems like a lot of these two are what we're so comfortable with, like things that we just like can settle into whenever, wherever, and it just makes you feel good. And I think that's a lot of the reason like why we go to these games,
Yeah, I know, like a normal gamer.
I could see Elden Ring being a comfort game for people.
Oh, absolutely.
To be honest. Like you start to just see the world. There's always something to explore. There's always something to work for. That kind of like that's another one which sounds really weird for being like a comfort Dark Souls Crutch type game, but like I could see Elden Ring being that as well. So like the Bloodborne, even though it's weird and I never would have guessed it, I can actually kind of wrap my head around that too.
Well, because the feeling of like getting your build exactly where you want it to the point where like I'm not worried about anything. Like I could steamroll all you fools.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Ryan, what's the last one for you, buddy?
I'm sure you all can guess this one. I'm going to go with one that is tried and true and the best game of all time. So why wouldn't I want to go back to it? And it's Red Dead.
Oh, yeah. That was
an open world sandbox that I can always, again, kind of like Skyrim, but even more so, to where I never play a scenario where I didn't have a new experience. I never have any situations that I haven't, done before. Like it's always, I as much as you don't like them, I like the controls. I enjoy the shooting. I enjoy the gunplay. And I've gotten maybe a little too much into the online Red Dead lately with Ace's Deep Dive. I'm like, well, I played the game 400 times and I did the entry level, the snow level, and I played probably 4 or 5 hours, and then I had autosave off, and none of it saved.
Tragedy.
So then I was like, well, I'm not doing that again right now. So I hopped online. I've been playing a ton online, doing bounties and making moonshine. And it's one of those games. I always wanted to be a cowboy since I was a little kid. The world is beautiful. There's always so much to explore. There's always so much to do. Sometimes I'll just go and I'll just fish. Like I'll go look for fish and I'll just go hunting or do whatever. So that's 100% a game that if I'm like, what do I want to play? I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Yeah, let's hop onto Red Dead. And you just click it, So
I get that 100%, dude. Because I got so in the vibe of Red Dead. We're just riding around. I was like, I totally get that.
When you mentioned Skyrim, I was like, he's absolutely going to have Red Dead.
We had the same thought.
I'm an action RPG guy. Like action RPGs are like my bread and butter. That's what just makes me happy. I love all these other types of games, but those are what really, really, really do it for me.
It's interesting to me because you like the sandbox. Like you just say, give me the sandbox and I'll find something to do. I'll build a castle. I'll dig a ditch. Like, it is literally a sandbox where you can just do like, it's neat that works for you because like, for me, it's the opposite. Like I need a structured round, or something like that. I can't hop into the sandbox because it's almost overwhelming to me to go like, I don't know where I want to go. I don't know what I want to do. What was I doing last time? Like that kind of thing. And I get it, but it's just neat that it's like you can kind of get a glimpse of like how our brains just work different because you're happy as a pig to just be wandering around.
Well, that's the thing. You load in, pick a direction, and something will happen. And then you'll get back into the flow. You'll get back into the vibe of the game and figure out what you're doing as you just kind of play an experience. And so like I just love being able to hop in and then just go somewhere and whatever happens. So it's almost like kind of a real world experience, but it's in a video game and it's something I can fall back on. And if it doesn't save, whatever, I've beat it a million times, or if it does save, then cool, I got more money. So and I mean, I've never come close to 100%ing this game. Like, if I ever wanted to really start getting into stuff, like, I have probably another 50 to 100 hours that I could probably do if I really wanted to. So,
yeah. I took a look at that trophy list. That's a nightmare. No thanks.
No thank you.
No thanks.
No thank you.
So I bet you guys thought I was going to say Rocket League for my
I did.
It was on our list.
That was on our minds.
It was on our list.
Not Rocket League.
Okay.
I love Rocket League to death. I actually haven't played Rocket League in probably 8 months, believe it or not. But Rocket League is my competitive, exciting game. It is not like my Crutch game. My other Crutch game is Slay the Spire. I'll put that up there with like Monster Train because I really like that one too. But like, Slay the Spire is just that, again, I kind of know the cards, I know the builds, I kind of know what I want to go for. I don't have to think about it. And yet every run is different. I'm not on a timer. So if, my daughter needs me for something or my wife needs me, I can just right in the middle of a turn, just get up and go do something. So it's very easy to just walk away from. But there's still cards to unlock and challenges to overcome and things like that. I'm also a huge fan of like card-based roguelike type games, if you can't guess, from Hearthstone and Slay the Spire. So this also fits that, like, it just vibes with me at the same time. I know you guys were thinking it was Rocket League, and while I love it, it's not. Rocket League's just I want to be competitive and try to be good.
That's your sweaty game?
It's not necessarily like a Crutch game. Yeah, it is my sweaty game.
That opposite of a Crutch game.
Ooh, we should do that at some point. Sweaty games.
Sweaty games.
Yeah.
Oh man, you guys, I can get sweaty about any game.
That's true.
You guys know me.
True.
I'm super competitive. It's like, all right, I'm gonna build the best Stardew Valley farm you guys have ever seen. My farm's gonna wreck your farm, man.
Draw 4.
I was gonna say I can turn anything into a competition, man.
You'll never play Uno again.
Yeah. Well, listen, good. This was fun, and now I just want to go play around a Hearthstone because my wife's almost done with dinner. So
there you go. Your perfect amount of time, buddy.
Exactly. Let us know what your Crutch games are. We love hearing about the games that people go back to time and time and time again that you just find that comfort in. Leave a comment. Let us know what your game is. We read all the comments. The comment section for our episodes has been blowing up lately, which is awesome. So let us know what game you go back to over and over and over again. And, hey, maybe one of us will give it a try and see if we can't find a new game too. So it's funny how it does change over time. We get very comfortable, but then there's nothing like finding that new game that becomes like your go-to at the same time.
Yeah, dude.
Kind of like that new restaurant, like Ryan was talking about. It's like, we just found a new favorite place. Like, yeah. So if you haven't already, make sure you follow the podcast so that you get all our episodes the day that they release. Remember to rate us 5 stars or leave a review if you haven't done that already. And if you're not a member of our gaming community, click that link in the episode description. We're almost 1,100 gamers strong. It is an awesome community. We love meeting new people. People are always talking about games, grouping up together, playing games. It really is an awesome place. And if you have been enjoying this podcast and you want to go the extra mile, you can support us over on Patreon. There's a link in the episode description for that. That's going to do it for this one, boys. Until next time, happy gaming.
See ya.
Peace out.